How's it going? This is Odd.
It's Red here.
And Mal.
And you're about to listen to our podcast. I'm just going to give you a heads up. Probably not the greatest for having your kids around.
Nope.
We are a 18-plus podcast, and we would appreciate if you would take that into consideration, as we honestly have horrible mouths. And obviously,
influences will ruin your life.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, by what our name is, we are the Ganja people.
And I was smoking during this intro.
Hey, I'm Odd.
I'm Red.
And I'm Mal.
And we are the Ganja people. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How's it going?
Hi.
We have the Russian with us tonight.
Yes, we do.
We finally brought our guests on our show.
Well, a guest so far, yeah. I mean, we did do like that live one that had everyone sitting around.
We did, and it's hard because everybody's adults and everybody works and everybody's got this and everybody's got that. It's hard getting people out here.
Right. So,
Nah.
not everybody has a car, and you guys live out in the Belleville.
Literally none of our friends have cars, excluding Kara.
And DJ.
Yeah, and DJ have their own vehicles.
Yeah.
But like you guys,
I have one, but
neither of you guys have a running car. John Boy and Bri don't have a car.
No, their fucking car is sitting in our damn driveway since summer.
I guess, I mean, you could say that your little owl has a car, but she lives in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's
so
it's
kind of hard.
So
I am so stoked to see my little owl on Saturday. I haven't seen her in forever. I miss her so bad.
The Russians over there like, woo!
She's like, I don't know the little owl, but yeah! She's my BFF that lives in Pittsburgh, and her favorite animals are owls. She loves owls.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I always get her owl stuff all the time.
Oh. Nice. Sounds fun. Like little puffballs with legs.
Yeah, and then, like, her...
Until you get a great horned owl, which is a big, mean-looking motherfucker. Like, it's aggressive as fuck. Yeah, no.
Like, they're nocturnal. You never see them coming.
Dude, no. Okay, so my brother and I were at my mom's house. This is when him and I were both living there. We're sitting on her porch having a cigarette, and there is something screaming. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, let's go find out, because we're dumb.
Yeah, why not?
We're dumb white people. That's what we do. We go investigate noises.
They're the first to be murdered in the
I am. I would be
slasher
the first
film.
to die. I would be, because I'm like, what's that noise? And let's go look at it. Nah, dude, we found an owl, like this big, okay? Like, smaller than my Pepsi bottle, standing in a tree, screaming. I'm like, what are you? It was so cute, but it was so loud.
I got to see a snowy owl in person a couple of times. Before, like, the first year I moved back, after I had gotten divorced and stuff, I moved in with my mom for a couple of months. And when I did, it was super cold that winter. And I moved in January. Well, there was a snowy owl that flew from Canada somewhere. And, because I guess that's where they live.
I was going to ask you how the fuck you knew that owl came specifically from Canada.
I looked it up. They generally live in the Arctic and or, around Canada.
I gotcha.
But when it gets extremely cold down here, kind of like a couple of weeks ago when we had that polar...
The polar vortex?
Yeah, vortex. Yeah. Sometimes snowy owls will fly with it, and then they'll stay here for a couple of weeks.
Well, it makes sense, because they're used to the temperatures, so...
There was one that was living... like by my mom's for a couple of weeks, and it was on these telephone poles just hanging out for all the time. It would just hang out. So I got a couple of really cool photos of it.
Speaking of white, guess what?
Oh boy.
There's a random white rabbit living in my yard.
Is there?
It's not mine.
With a little tiny bit of brown on
Yeah,
his
he's got a
ears.
little bit of brown on his nose and on the tips of his ears. I can't get anywhere near it. I've been trying for 2 days. Every time I get closer, he fucking books ass.
Well, I mean...
She also is wearing a hoodie.
Rabbit.
Well, she also is wearing a hoodie that stinks like dog.
And
I'm
I
like,
sit there going, here, bunny, bunny, bunny. And he's like, fuck you.
No.
well, that bunny thinks you're a dog because you smell like dog.
I need to... I'm not going to roll in bunny poop. Okay? Like,
No, I'm just saying if you didn't wear a fucking sweatshirt...
But it's cold outside.
Well, that's your own fault. But you're not going to get near it when you smell like a fucking dog.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's not supposed to live out, like, in the yard. That's somebody's pet rabbit. They probably just escaped, and they just don't know where it is. You know what I mean? What are they doing?
He had his hand on his nose, so I went
itched.
like this. Nah, bullshit.
I itched.
Bullshit.
Look at him now.
You had that
Why are we
fucker
doing
sitting there
this anyways?
forever.
The Russian gets green hit tonight. Like, why?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
right.
order afterwards, thank you.
I mean,
But anyways, he
I mean,
definitely was like sitting there like this, and I was like,
I was
okay.
definitely itching my
Dog
nose,
training, guys.
so-
Dog
Exactly.
training.
I'm just,
We're all trained
he's
by
full of
dogs.
shit. He's trying to pull off like The Office. He's like, let's see how long it takes for me just to have my hand here on my
No, I
nose.
was really
And I'll
itching my
pretend that
nose.
I'm itching it. So that way he looks like a fucking idiot.
Oh, odd. Always the conspiracy theorist.
I watched his fucking hand sit there like this for like a solid 10 seconds, and I was like, nope,
Here
he's,
I was.
he's not itching his
lost in
nose.
thought, just itching my nose.
You
I'm
weren't
like,
even itching it
You
though,
know
you were
what
just
I
sitting there
really
like
wanna do? I
this.
just want to look at him and be like, okay, Aries, except he's not an Aries.
Exactly, I'm an Aquarius. Which is just as argumentative, thank you.
It is. It is.
It really is.
Oh,
Red
yes.
and I are Aries.
There's not too many people that can out-argue an Aquarius.
What is the Russian?
Well,
He's a Leo.
yes, I'm Leo.
You're Leo?
Yes.
What's your moon?
I don't know.
He don't know.
I
Nobody
just know
knows
Leo.
what their fucking moon sign
Yeah,
is besides
Jay
you
loves
guys.
Yeah, the only thing I know is from him. So,
What's
I barely
his
remember
moon
that.
sign?
I didn't look it up.
What the fuck?
We never got that far into a conversation about astrology.
We're not
need to
doing it
figure
now.
out.
We have-
No,
we're
won't
in the
do it
middle
right
of a
now.
show
We need to figure it out.
Because
though.
that takes way too long, especially in the middle of the show.
But I will say, this is dragging out a little bit before we get
I know,
the screen
I was
hit.
getting ready to say, I think it's time for someone to do the green hit of the night.
Which is the Russian.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because apparently.
No, fuck you guys.
So anyway,
Thing is, we did it this time, and then...
I'm a very good person. I need a light gun.
Ugh.
Needy little fucker
Here,
over
I
there.
have two.
Oh.
Red'll save the day.
It's easy to not
Red.
steal mine.
I said red. And you're odd.
Yeah.
Odd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He is loud.
It's
but
easy to not get mine caught up because I'm the only person with a pink lighter.
okay. Well,
ever.
mine's the only one that's got any kind of character to it.
Fancy. Wow. Dude, he's going hard on that thing.
Big Bertha.
Yeah, give it here.
It'll go to odd.
Okay.
He's been jumping the gun for the past 3 episodes.
He has.
So.
You are 100% wrong.
You know, the fact that thing's just like huge on my face is just.
Well, that thing's half the size
Exactly.
of you. So.
So, I mean.
They're talking about Big Bertha, by the way,
Yep.
which is our gigundous bong at 17 inches tall.
Yeah.
With like a fucking tube on it, like 1.5 inches wide. Like it's
Dude,
fucking, it's a tube.
so beautiful,
beautiful.
though. So
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
need that. For
Red
sure.
got it for us for Christmas because it resembled our very first bong that we ever had that got broke by a John Boy, and
Well, our first one had the skull. It was a little crooked, but it was black and purple and clear
white
and
and
had
silver and
yeah,
like
and
marbled together.
it had all kinds of like.
But it was built the same way as this one with the skull on the bottom and then the long tail too. And so Red got it for us for Christmas. It's
Okay.
fucking amazing.
Now, when I bought it,
You didn't realize it was this massive.
I was not expecting it to be 17 inches tall. I saw 17. I'm like, oh, that's whatever.
He's like,
He's like me with
that's not that
measurements.
big. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
He gets it. He's like, this thing's fucking huge. It's 17 inches. I'm like, that's 1.5 feet almost. But he goes, oh fuck, that's why it's so big.
Because I went downstairs and we're like, oh, your bong's delivered. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Walking downstairs, expecting a normal bong-sized box that you would get if you were
Like with the Grav came
yeah,
in. You know.
yeah. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's a big box. That's a real big box. And then I'm ripping it open because I'm like, okay, if it's this big of a box, I gotta see how big this thing is. And, yeah, it's half the size of the Russian.
He took a
setting.
picture of it and he goes, Mal, you gotta see this thing. It's fucking huge. And he sent me a picture next to his biggest bong, which I've seen. I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
I'm gonna say most likely is about a 14-inch bong.
Yeah. It's
It's like 3 or 4 inches shorter than Big Bertha is.
He gave it to us. I looked at Odd and I'm like, where the fuck are we
You
gonna
don't
hide
probably need
this
that.
thing?
Just hit it real good fast.
It's not like our pipes. Where are
Yeah,
we
there
gonna
you go.
hide it?
There
It
you go.
currently lives on top of my bookshelf.
Big Bertha's kind of huge and doesn't have a whole lot of places to hang out.
The good news is the bookshelf is in my bedroom. So,
There we go.
like, it's not out in the open for everybody to see. Only if you go into our room, which nobody goes back there unless we tell them to.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, come see our stash of books.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to think that we can't hide Victor or Big Bertha or Charlie anywhere but in our room, really, because like they're.
The boys
I mean,
ask about it.
Charlie's not that big.
Charlie and Victor we could put in with Coral, I think.
No,
But
Victor's like 12 or 14, probably 12 inches.
he's
Then I
12.
mean, he's pretty fucking wide too because
but
of
he
how
would
big
fit in
like
the
his
bottom
shape.
shelf where
No,
Coral is. I
we're-
mean,
that's
no, it'd be like when your dad. So his dad was here.
my dad and my stepmom were here.
We had Bling Bling and Coral in the bottom of the china cabinet, like we always do, and his dad sat next to the china cabinet at the end of the table where I was going to sit, so that he didn't sit
And
next to
playing with our kids.
it. Yeah.
I know he had to have seen
Lily
one
was
or the
pointing
other.
to stuff in the china cabinet, and he's looking directly at it.
And I was just like, oh.
And Odd is over here, like, eyeballing the shit out of me. I'm like, ain't fucking shit I can do about it now.
Oh
So,
my God.
I don't think my dad would say anything, but my stepmom definitely would.
She's not about that.
She's kind of a dick about things, in my
He
opinion.
didn't
Like, I'm
say
the
a
bad
word.
influence on her kids. Mind you, I'm younger than her youngest kid by 4, 5, 6 years.
You think that's it?
I think it just needs to. But, like, her youngest daughter is 6 years older than I am, I think.
Wow.
And I'm the bad influence because I have
you
tattoos.
can
And,
try and hit it, but
like, I have tattoos, so I'm the bad kid. I'm like,
You just stereotyped
Well,
as that person
I-
because you got ink.
I am, yeah. And, I mean, most of my stuff has, like, a really good meaning to me.
Right.
So, is that dead?
well, credit to his dad, because guess what? He didn't say a word. Didn't even acknowledge it was there. Just pretended it was not within sight.
Damn.
It was hilarious.
I play the game. Especially with that. Fuck. I ain't gotta worry about eating on
into
that.
the water.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fucking eat it this time. Bling Bling gave me a mouthful of
dude.
ash yesterday.
She took a straight cream pie from that fucker.
Wow.
Damn, babe, that's a hell of a way to put it.
The whole fucking load at that.
I did too.
The entire pipe.
It was like all inside my mouth.
Her whole
It
tongue was
gross.
covered in black shit.
It was gross.
Oh,
It was fucking hilarious.
Those are fun nights.
We don't have to. That's definitely dead, my
Oh,
dude.
it's definitely out, but
That's definitely dead, my dude.
it's definitely out.
We don't have to hit Big Bertha anymore. I know she's loud and obnoxious.
And heavy.
And heavy, and I don't want her to
Can
get
we
broken.
no? She needs to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Can we not leave her up there? Because you hit that table way too much.
Actually, he kicks those bottles.
I know,
a
that's
lot,
what I'm
too.
saying.
How
Like,
about we put it?
I've been really careful
here.
with it being right there. Oh my god!
Yeah, there we go.
And as she fucking hits it on
I
the
did
chair.
it. I
Oh
did it.
yeah,
It's okay.
Oh boy.
Right there.
Oh boy.
I know. Like I'm like, oh, I'm the irresponsible
I
one
was
for
gonna
putting it on
put
a
under the
table when
chair,
she's gonna
but
smash
then
it
I
into a
realized
chair.
It's like a smidge too tall. 'Cause I was just gonna hide it under here.
under the table. Okay, yeah.
I was gonna put it under here, but then I'm like, oh shit, it's a smidge too tall, and I aborted mission, but not quick enough.
Oh, yeah.
So you're awfully quiet over there tonight, Red.
Am I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you're really quiet for you.
Is it because I'm yelling? Because I feel like I'm yelling.
No,
You're not yelling.
no,
You're
not
actually
yelling.
talking loud enough that everyone in the not room can hear you.
I'm
Dude,
just-
speaking of yelling, we were sitting out here last night and the neighbor yelled at her dog incredibly aggressively and scared the shit out of me.
For like a solid 15
Like,
minutes
this little
straight.
girl, he said she's like 5'1", and man, she was yelling. I almost wanted to walk to her back porch and be like, sorry.
Oh, really?
Dude, it was fucking hilarious.
Like,
I was
she's
like,
hollering.
damn. Like, she fucking...
Just somebody just screaming out like, "Ah, where's my fucking dog?" Like,
He's
No.
just trying to get her dog,
Yeah,
yeah.
trying to get her dog to come to the house because her dog, they don't have a super big yard over there. Their dog, a lot of
It's
times.
definitely a really big yard compared to like a normal house. I'm
Okay,
just
so
saying.
compared to what most people out here have for a yard, it's not very big. Their dog has a tendency to kind of go in the back part of our property, which we don't care. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't cause any damage. It doesn't come out here and fuck with my animals. I don't care. It's fine.
right.
Yeah.
However, usually means that they have to give it a good holler for a minute
'Cause
before it
it's
decides
not-
to come.
Yeah, it's all
before it
on
comes
the
back.
other side of the other,
I've caught it down here a couple times, but not by the house. Just along the edge of the bushes, smelling around. It doesn't do anything. But, man, it is funny as hell. It will be sitting out here dead silent, and all of a sudden you just hear her yell very loudly.
Oh,
It's the only time we ever hear them, and it scares the shit out of you for a second.
I mean, that's a solid probably 80, 90 meters.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty far
Like,
out.
it's that house over there. So,
Like our closest neighbor, which is, not super close.
no.
It's definitely a hike to get over there.
Well, we don't keep it mowed either. That way
Fuck
we have
that.
some privacy.
Yeah,
I mean, no reason
I want to be able to
mow
lay in my
down.
backyard naked if I want to, and not have to worry about
You're
it.
full of shit.
Do I? No. But do I want to be able to if I want to? Yes.
She doesn't have the balls to do that.
She probably want a fence first. And you don't want to put a fence up.
I don't want a fucking fence. I got plans. We ain't getting a fence. We're getting buildings.
We already have a fence. It's over there.
We're building
that's
a
true.
reptile
got-
zoo.
Magnum in it.
It's amazing.
Dickhead.
Awesome.
You're whispering again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, Chandler got a saltwater crocodile today.
Ooh.
It is adorable.
What?
It's like this big right now. It's just a baby.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Saltwater crocodile.
No,
All that
listen.
kind
First things first, you'd have to have a saltwater tank.
No, you don't. They live in fresh and saltwater both. They live in freshwater just fine.
Such names a lot.
So-
So
all that.
its life is a lie.
Yeah.
Its
It
name
is.
is a lie.
It is. But they do live in freshwater.
Oh.
It's just they're able to live in like the ocean and shit on the beaches and stuff. They can live there.
And they can get to be like, 20 feet long.
So the
Okay.
biggest recorded one that's I think still alive today right now is 23 feet, and that's the biggest one. And it's a big ass male that's like 50 some
No.
years old. Like it's
No. Fuck that
No.
shit.
Just no.
No, like, I told Mal, so she's like, what's, like, the craziest big reptile that you want, or would like? I was like, I'd like an alligator. They don't get to be that big, honestly. Not
Still
American.
no.
Yeah.
Not American alligators. Are you kidding me? They're really
Like,
cool.
I know I'm
Like, they're
an
chill
idiot.
as fuck after you just train them,
Like,
right?
I know I'm an idiot because I want a bear. Like, I want a big old fucking bear. Cause
he wants a fucking bear, and he called you an idiot for getting a damn alligator.
See, the thing with you can put an alligator
Yeah,
on a leash and just walk that little motherfucker around. Like, after you get them trained and shit, they don't snap at people
you
and
could
stuff.
ride a bear, though.
No, you couldn't.
Good fucking luck to you, sir.
In Breath of the Wild, you can.
Huh?
Huh?
Breath of the Wild, you can. Zelda.
Video games.
That's
Yeah.
a video
That's
game.
a video
Exactly,
game,
so-
you booger.
Yeah, no, that's logic.
No.
Yeah.
I've learned
Listen,
very
Super
early
Nerd
in
1 and
this
2.
show, don't talk video games with them because they're gonna dismiss that right away.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna ride a bear around. I'm just saying.
I mean,
First things first, you ain't gonna get a saddle big enough to get on that motherfucker. Because, I mean, they have a huge chest. Next thing, they stand up. Like, they don't buck.
Yeah.
They, like, straight just stand up.
right, yeah.
Like, how are you gonna hold on to that motherfucker?
I
You're
tried
not.
really hard to convince Odd to let me get a camel, and he automatically threw that out the
No.
window.
Not a fucking chance.
No, they spit. That's
You can ride a camel! I would ride that bitch to town!
they spit.
No,
in
you
your face
wouldn't.
That'd
all
be
the
so
fucking
cool.
time.
Like,
I'll
fuck
ride it
camels.
to Sparty, where they have places to tie your horses.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
see
Oh
that
my god,
happen.
I need
Sparty
to get
is
an
pretty
Amish
close
buggy.
compared to...
I need to get an Amish buggy and a camel, and just
Yeah.
go to Sparty one time with the camel pulling the Amish buggy, just to get some looks.
Legit, no. Never would I
Have
ever
the
get a camel.
spit in the faces of all the Amish people as
Or
they
I'll get a
walk
zebra
by.
and then race the Amish.
Yeah, there
My
we go.
God.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
She seems to think she would try to ride a zebra or something.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Who says you can't?
Yeah.
I want to see you try to ride a fucking zebra. They have really bad fucking attitudes. Like, they're
Yeah.
douchebags.
I
I mean, maybe
It's
not
gonna
for
take
very
some
long,
work.
But
She's like, I'm gonna spend like 6 months climbing on this fucker for him to let me ride him. No, you won't. Because first things first, I'm not putting up a 12-foot fence. Because that's gonna be expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By law in Pennsylvania, you can get a zebra. has to have, I think it's either a 12 or a 14-foot tall fence.
Yeah.
Because they can jump over that.
Yeah, they don't want them getting out. They don't want them.
Well, they don't want them breeding. Yeah, they don't want them breeding with horses.
Why?
Because it makes a hybrid, and hybrids aren't always. You don't want to make a whole bunch of them. They're more one of those things where if you need it or you want it, breed it. But
yeah, they can't reproduce. So it's
some of them can't. These ones can, but like a mule can't.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Okay. They're called a zorse. Or if they breed with a donkey, they're a zonkey.
Cool.
Don't you really want a zonkey? Wasn't that something you said you wanted?
They're adorable, but no. If I'm going to get something like that, I'm getting a full-fledged zebra, not a zonkey.
She's not getting a zebra.
Go big or go home, buddy.
She's not getting a zebra.
I see how it works.
Now, listen, okay, so Odd over here is like, let's get this small animal. Let's get this small animal. And I'm over here like, let's get a reticulated python and a saltwater crocodile. And he's like...
She seems to think that you have to have the biggest things in life on everything. Which is unfortunate for her on some things here. But
it's an Aries thing.
Like...
It really is.
She's like, so what kind of reptiles do you want? And I'm telling her different stuff, like not insanely huge. She's like, let's get a black dragon. They're like 8 feet. I'm like, yeah, great. An 8-foot monitor. That sounds great to fight
amazing. You don't fight with them.
Yeah, but they need so much space.
By that point, we're building separate buildings anyways. Like, 0 fucks. By the point that they're that big, you've already got them tamed down. We will when we have multiple buildings. We have a plan to specifically have a building for the alligator and the monitor, and that's it. Maybe the Burmese python that someday I'm going to convince you to let me have, because the Burmese are not reticulated pythons. No. Reticulated pythons are snappy and have bad attitudes. No. Burmese pythons are puppy dogs and sweet and way more chill.
In 20 fucking feet at like 300 pounds. No.
Not 300 pounds, and they only get 20 feet if you like power feed them.
But they get huge. They get bigger than reticulated to get on girth-wise.
No, they don't. Reticulated pythons are bigger than Burmese.
I don't think they get as girthy as fucking Burmese.
You're thinking of anacondas get like... These
Burmese get pretty fucking big.
Burmese get pretty thick, but they don't get any thicker than a reticulated does. Their neck does. A reticulated's got a thinner neck, but otherwise they don't get any bigger than them.
No, we're not having a Burmese python. I told her the biggest thing she's allowed to have is the carpets. Don't push me, woman.
Oh shit, I can't lean back.
Oh yeah.
No, I keep forgetting. I'm used to being able to just lean back.
You or me a couple episodes back, and then I got bitched at for the bar that I was trying to move off of.
You were complaining!
No, I wasn't. I shifted, and then you guys made it a big deal.
Whatever, Aries.
No, it was something else that, like, you just looked like you had something to say, and then I was like, what do you got to say?
No, it was during the Grav episode, and it looked like I wanted to smoke more weed, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to get off this fucking bar that's a piece of shit, which I don't understand why you guys haven't taken an angle grinder, just
you know what I don't understand?
Cut it off.
Well, why you don't? Because I don't own an angle grinder, that's why.
You want to know what I don't
cutters
understand?
Or anything.
You go ahead and cut that with bolt cutters. Yeah. Go for it.
You could.
I
don't have any. You want to know what I want to know? Why you haven't taken one of the, 8 blankets on that futon and just kind of padded that thing?
Because I don't like the blankets. I actually don't like sitting on the blankets right now that I'm sitting on.
You could just move them.
You're like the princess and the fucking pea. Do you know that?
I just don't give a shit. Is the thing.
Dude. Okay. You're just, chilling over there yeah. Whatever you say.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, he got a couple of rips on Big Bertha, which, by the way, is a fuck of a rip.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a super smooth, huge bomb.
It's beautiful.
Super smooth.
And ice cubes fit in it, perfect.
8 of them. 8 ice cubes in that bitch.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I feel pretty decent right now for just having one bowl.
Right.
Between 4 of us. But also, it's because we're ripping off a fucking Big Bertha, which is big.
also smoke dabs all
I
day,
think-
so...
I think
Not
when
me.
we named that, Red was hoping we were going to name it something much more elegant and pretty, and we named it Big Bertha.
A little bit, but...
Well,
It
it just happened to be
happens.
Bertha is what came up, and then we're like, yes, Big Bertha.
Yes.
And I mean, it's, yeah.
It fits. It really does. You don't have to
Yeah.
call her Big Bertha. I mean, we just named yours Aunt Fanny.
Yeah, and I don't name my pipe, so...
Yep.
Don't kill yourself.
I know, right?
I named your pipe, and its name is Aunt Fanny from Robots.
Yeah, and I...
Let me show you Aunt Fanny. Where's my phone?
We know what
I
Aunt Fanny
know.
looks
He
like.
doesn't.
I'm
don't-
sure
I
the
know,
Russians
I
seen
just-
it.
No.
Did you see the big bubbler that he got the other day, the red
No.
one?
I'm
Yes.
talking about who Aunt Fanny is, for fuck's sake.
Holy fuck.
Well,
I already know.
Well, yeah, he's watched
But
robots
now we're
here with the
already-
kids.
Yeah, but I don't care, is the thing.
I think it's
I
funny.
didn't care about the movie.
I like the movie. My kids like the movie. That's Aunt Fanny.
that's Aunt Fanny.
Do you see why they call her Aunt Fanny?
That does make sense, yes.
'Kay.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, his new bubbler's name is Aunt Fanny.
Because she has big
That
boobs.
She has to make it a
Makes
point.
That also
That's
makes
Aunt
perfect
Fanny.
sense.
Even though I make it a point, I'm not naming it. So,
Oh, its name is Aunt Fanny.
see, this is the thing. This is what happened when she confiscated my child. Wait for it.
Excuse you?
You're going to say our child.
It is our child.
Yeah.
I mean, you always at
Aries.
least
Listen,
you always at least have a pipe here, though.
I am not going to confiscate Aunt Fanny. I'm just going to fucking name it because you won't. So its name is Aunt Fanny. The child doesn't even have a name. It's just the child.
Well,
That's a name.
You dropped your lid, love.
I did. It's, okay. It's not like it fucking matters. I'm all out of the goods.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's poo-poo.
Now then.
All right, Red. What are you doing for your stuff?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god, dude.
even- I'm not even nowhere prepared for
Holy
this week's
fuck,
episode.
son.
Wow.
I was supposed to be ready for like
he does this every week.
I know.
He goes, I'm gonna do this from now on. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, actually, I was
It
planning
prepared.
on doing a
Does
different thing this week, but I didn't make it.
Yeah, well, see, we gotta do like the same thing every week because that's how people get used to it.
I know, but we're going to do a pipe off, but we'll have to do that next week.
We're doing a pipe off?
Oh, did I spoil it?
Apparently.
Apparently, yes.
So what are we doing a pipe off with?
We're just going to do a bunch of different pipes versus like canned, pop can pipe, glass piece, metal piece, a bunch of little pieces.
Okay.
Cool, yeah.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
You gonna
I was
join us,
gonna do
Russian?
it,
Probably.
He's like, there's
Yeah.
some weed smoking involved.
right? Right.
You just have to tell me. I will go anywhere. It doesn't really matter.
He's like, long
It's all
as you
fine
come
with
get
me.
my ass, I'll be out.
This is all fine with me.
Exactly.
The only difference
We'll
is
make plans next time I see you at Walmart.
Okay, so don't worry. I'm there every day.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're funny.
But other than that, I'm not prepared at all. I don't even know what strain to talk about or anything.
Slacker!
I know, I'm slacking. I'm awful. I slept in
That was
today.
last week, and then this week.
I know.
And then I have to bail
Well, no,
your ass out.
last week I was on the ball. Because I already knew what I wanted to talk about. Because we talked about King Louis.
But
He
then,
forgot the thing in the house.
yeah, but then we had to wait until the second half to do it because we forgot the pen in the house.
Well,
Yeah.
So see, slack still.
fine, whatever. Gosh. Slack.
It's all right. So what do you got? What's your dipshit question tonight, Mal?
Is
We call it that. It's supposed to be the stoner question
It's the
night.
stoner. This is
But-
the dipshit question.
Dipshit
now.
question.
It's just become the dipshit question night.
Is a gingerbread man made of house, or is his house made of flesh?
I do this every week. I do this every week.
She always has some sort of bullshit thing that you're like, oh, okay. I mean, he's just a cookie. Either way.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, but it's still a gingerbread man. Like, the word man is in there. It's a fella.
Do you know
The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Okay. I'll stop now. I'm sorry.
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
She's married to the Muffin Man.
I couldn't help myself.
Oh, man.
We had to finish it, damn it. Shut up.
It sounds dead on for like him being all like
Patrick Star
That's
made an
great.
appearance.
Nice.
We've watched that movie a couple too many times. Maybe.
oh.
Maybe.
When the boy had to watch it every fucking day for like a year straight.
No, the other boy did.
No, the boy did when we first got together.
You're right. The boy did.
And then he got onto Ice Age for a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but the boy, I had to watch it for like a year with him, and then I had to watch it with the other boy for like a year.
yeah.
Trust me, I
Almost
watched the movie
every
way
day.
too many fucking times. Like, luckily it's a good kids movie. Like that one,
it's-
and
definitely.
Robots,
The Croods was another
The
one.
Croods, I can watch those three any day of the week, and it don't bother me. But when you start getting into fucking that bullshit one we watched today, I don't know what the fuck that was.
That was Five Goes West. You hush your mouth.
Holy fuck. That
That's
was
a classic.
a long motherfucker.
It is not a long
I only
movie.
caught like half of it, I think, and it was a long motherfucker.
It's adorable.
Like an old-
It's fucking
You what?
stupid.
I said it sounds like an old motherfucker.
It is.
Five Goes West. It's a little mouse.
No mouse.
And he's got the family, and he's got Tiger, the big
that's a
fluffy
long
cat.
fucking movie.
It is.
That's a long fucking
not a
Okay,
long
so
movie.
I
It's
have not
hilarious.
felt well today. So I got home from doing all my stuff I had to do, and we had lunch, and then Odd smoked a bowl,
There we are.
and drank a hot toddy, and took a 4.5 hour nap.
Yeah, I took a really stupid long nap today, too. That's why I'm out of it.
I just haven't felt very good today, so I took a hot toddy, a shot of Southern Comfort, a shot of hot water, a shot of lemon, and a teaspoon of honey, and then you pound that bitch, and then go lay under 5 blankets and die.
I have
Yeah.
been doing lemon juice shots and honey just to get my voice all week. And then today, I don't know what it was. I just took a really long, stupid nap. And I woke up, Mal actually had to wake me up
I did.
from my coma. I'm like, oh my God, it's 7:30. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I called him. I'm like, hey, have you heard from the Russian yet? He goes, no, but he has to work till 7. So and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, it's 7:30. So and he's like, oh. And I'm
Well,
like, yeah.
shit.
Oh, shit. Oh.
That changes
He was
everything.
sleeping.
I was thinking it's like 5 or something. No.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely like after 7.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Mm.
Here.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That fucker's heavy.
I know. I know.
They're trying to get my weed bag, and it's heavy. Because Mal thinks she's got to keep everything you could possibly ever need in that thing.
Yeah, and one thing.
It's awesome.
You know,
though.
at my house, I have like a box for one pipe. I have another box for like 2 other pipes.
Okay, but we have chitlins for
Ooh,
one,
sorry.
and 2. I don't have to go in the house to get anything.
You
I'm
like
just
it?
like, well, let me open my handy dandy fucking weed bag.
Well, eventually there's a
This one I haven't
point
seen.
where there's...
Oh, you haven't seen Dave?
I'm going to let you go first because you technically started it.
Okay.
Because I went off of you.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Sweet. I was
Oh, good.
I was itching my nose, literally. I was like this, and then I like look up.
See?
I look
There you
up-
go with the itching of the nose
But
again.
here's
I
the
look
thing.
up, and Red's got his hand on his nose. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah,
So,
okay.
so.
I think this is an unfair game, Russian.
It is. It's very cool world.
I mean, I was trying to be nice, but I mean...
We're just gonna have to remember life's a bitch. If it was
Exactly.
easy, it'd be called a slut.
Sorry, guys.
Bang, bangity
Bang, 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 bang.
bang, bang, bang.
It's just what... It's how I get
Dude, I
weed
love
that's stuck in my grinder out, you know?
Love that
Oh,
movie.
you should take a peek at our grinder.
Oh my god.
Oh, do I have to talk about maintenance again?
You might. You're gonna be super.
My hands are a little.
I know.
full.
I'm waiting. What?
Nothing.
What you got to say over there?
Here's that.
Nothing.
Send it that
Explain the
away.
fishy.
Who would do what?
Explain the fish pipe.
Oh, fish pipe.
Fish
He says.
pipe.
Yeah. I saw. It looks like fish.
It's got a squid on it. Yeah.
talked
I always
about-
think
It's
I
an
said it looks like.
octopus.
Okay. Well, anyways. No, it's not. It's got 6 fucking tentacles, so
Oh,
it's a squid.
yeah.
Wait, that one's Dave.
This is Dave. Yeah.
Jeez.
So, Dave was never this pretty before.
Mm-hmm.
He's a color changer, and he's really fucking dirty right now. So he's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let's be honest. That's why I don't clean my shit because it's
It
prettier.
Yes, it looks.
Anyways, so he's got a squid on top, but he looks
Okay.
kind of like a turtle. Like here's a shell, and then he's got a head poking out. I don't know. He's one of my faves. He's got this chamber, so I'm telling you, when you hit it, take your hand off the carb, you're gonna get a fuck of a hit off this chamber.
I see.
It's
okay.
the top you're not going to be happy with.
I already looked at the top. I'm trying to be quiet while Odd was talking.
Explaining it to the Russian. But he's very nice, very smooth.
I think we've talked about Dave.
We have.
multiple times.
But I mean, I'm not gonna.
No, he was
not,
asking questions.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
More reason to talk about it.
But he's got a really awesome set of blues and greens, and he's just really pretty.
Love him.
And he's got kind of like goldish flecks in him, because he's dirty. I don't know.
I love
he's
him.
He's super dope looking.
I don't want to clean our pipes, even though they really need it, just because they're all so pretty right now, because they're all dirty.
True.
That's how I feel about my Gandalf, but I don't want to clean my Gandalf because it's fragile. But right now it's got this really beautiful blue hint to it, but I want to clean it because nobody believes me anymore when I say it's
I
clear.
still don't believe you.
Nobody believes me that it's clear.
I know.
Like actual
are.
see-through.
It
nothing.
could just be a color changer, just like all the rest of our pipes are.
No, that's what it
Most
is.
are.
Because what it
This
does
one
is,
is.
as you smoke it, it first goes to white, and then it slowly turns into blue as it gets darker and darker.
This is almost clear with red, like the stripies through it, but like the light blue part is almost clear when this is
my
clean.
Gandalf is completely clear. You don't see any blue in it.
It was kind of like that steamroller that we saw at
I
Smoke Buddy.
have a steamer.
It's clear, and then it's got that yellow in it that was in it. So I was gonna say on Saturday, you want to go to Erie and go to Smoke Buddy?
Sure.
Okay.
I want to
So-
spend another $30.
Well, there's Mal's gonna have her little owl and her sister here
Yeah.
all day long.
The
So-
owl and the hippie are going to be here.
So I don't want to sit in the house with those three. alone. I'm just saying.
I don't blame you.
I wouldn't get a word in edgewise.
He
even to
always
start.
feels like the third wheel when the owl and I are together. Always.
Feels like the third wheel. No, you don't even know. The two of them are like 100 miles an hour. Just, I'm like, yeah, okay.
I remember the wedding.
Oh,
She's
it's
my
not.
best friend in the
Oh,
whole
it's so
world.
bad. It's so bad.
And I don't get to see her very often. So when I do, we have a whole lot of chatting to do and catching up to do.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
so what's
Yeah,
your
don't say.
what's your actual stoner question?
Oh yeah, you didn't.
We didn't. Yeah, it was like, wait a second.
Wait.
She always does a second one, which is an actual like stoner question that makes you
Okay,
actually think.
okay.
We
How-
used to check
Okay.
on, but
How do you know? How do you know you're not crazy and just hallucinating your whole life?
when the people stop talking to you.
Well, it's kind of like the thought process of, like, what if it's just your brain after you're already dead, just reliving your life over and over and over and over again?
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of different ways to look at that kind of, like, thought process.
That stuff fascinates
Like,
the shit out of me, but it
The
also freaks me
afterlife
out.
is just you replaying your whole entire life.
Yeah, like, forever, you're just, like, you're...
Are you able to make different choices in your life? Right?
I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
just...
if it's just replaying, I would say no.
Like, I just feel like maybe it's your brain just replaying it forever and ever and
Your
ever and
brain's
ever.
like, all right, motherfucker, you're going to relive these mistakes for good. That's your punishment. Have at it.
Yeah.
And they let you relive all the shitty parts of your
That
life all
sounds
over
like
again.
hell.
I mean, I'm down
That
with
sounds
reliving
like
some of like
hell.
the greatest memories, but like, There's some things I
There's
really
the
prefer to
greatest
not
hits,
relive.
which is heaven.
Like, are
and
you
then
actually-
get the horrible, which is just hell.
Like, are you actually alive currently, or is it just your brain projecting, like, what you did in your life?
I have a weird theory about that, too, where it's just like, what if the people around you, the only reason you know them is because, like, they also had at some point in their life, like, an experience where they actually died, and, like, they just, like, well, got all together and stuff, just from, tragedy at some point, and you just, being friends with each other is just helping you get through the afterlife and moving on peacefully from that point, because it already happened, but you're still, like...
Maybe. I don't know.
It's...
Listen, we're smoking weed, and this is a lot for my brain to try and
Man,
wrap around. And it's
look.
my own fault.
I'm trying to grasp the context of your situation. My brain's just not letting me. I'm hearing it, but I cannot grasp it.
I understand.
So
It's one of those thoughts where you gotta really, like, engage in with.
Yeah, so it's...
I'd probably be sober.
I'd
for it.
probably explain it better if I was more sober.
Yeah. Well, I was more sober. That would work too.
But that was my other question. They quit trying to approve them.
Oh,
That was a good one, though. Makes you think a little bit.
I have a dipshit question.
Oh, boy.
oh boy.
What do you got?
So, if you're having relations with a person who doesn't smoke, like, say, somebody who is, receiving a blowjob is stoned, alright? And they, fucking shoot their load into a girl's mouth who doesn't smoke. Could she test positive for marijuana? From his nut.
No.
I don't know. That's some different science
I'm
there.
gonna go with no. Yeah, I'll just go with no. Leave it as that.
I'm thinking that's probably not a thing. I wouldn't think it would be.
But,
I don't really think it would be. But
Anyway.
it is an interesting thought there, Red. It's still good. It's still good. It isn't dead yet. Now,
It's highly unlikely.
highly unlikely.
Gotcha.
says what fucking scientists where that studied this? That's what I want to fucking know. Let me guess, it was Purdue University. They got enough other dumb fucking shit they talk about.
QUORA.com.
Yeah.
QU.
It's,
Cora?
let's see. Let's see what the article says. And
Okay.
actually open it. Hopefully my phone doesn't die because it's at 3%.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I want to know which doctor talked or was like, I wonder how many nuts it would take to be able to get this girl to test positive for weed when her boyfriend smokes and she doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sounds like a real fucking study to be doing.
The average ejaculation is about 3.4 milliliters, or 2/3 of a teaspoon. The average male worldwide weighs something like 137 pounds, roughly. The semen would be about...
Average male, 137 pounds.
Okay.
Maybe the Russian's almost close to that.
Yeah,
but
but I'm good there.
The semen would be about 0.0055% of his total body weight. So it would be incredibly unlikely. You couldn't ingest enough. What quantity of drugs would the male have to take such that you ingesting that tiny fraction of his volume would result in a measurable amount of your bloodstream?
Oh boy.
Yeah. There's 12 answers to this.
137
Jesus fucking
pounds.
Christ.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is not-
Average male.
Uh,
Maybe $180 is the average
Yeah.
male. To maybe 200.
I was gonna
on
say
an average
around
male.
200, but I guess the way we're seeing it is we're American.
We're large humans, yeah.
Yeah,
Most males, like, throughout the world are, like, 170
yeah.
to 180 pounds at
Okay,
a max.
well,
And then this
so probably not.
one.
There's your answer.
Got
Cool.
it.
I didn't figure so.
However, if you'd still like to test it and find out, go for it.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I can't, sorry.
Warm that bitch up. I did it the other day.
Some what?
Super vagina heat.
Oh shit, are we recording?
No.
That was too good.
Shit, I didn't know we were recording.
Wait, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
You got the
Yeah, you don't even have
vagina. Are
to.
you serious?
Love it. Oh my god.
Oh.
That was the
Beautiful.
cue to record it.
Motherfucker.
I didn't know because I thought we were not gonna.
I was going to give it a minute because we were going to rip that, but
Fuck
Couldn't-
He's
it.
like,
I
no,
couldn't
it's
help
getting
myself.
Good. We gotta.
yeah, we were having such good conversation. I was like, I can't help it. You want to hand me the grinder? I'll practice.
So if you guys didn't notice, we didn't know that it was on.
I mean, I kind of sit in the same position all the time, so.
I mean, I looked down and I'm like, wait, are we recording?
I just
are
thought
we
he
recording?
was setting it there to get it ready. Like I didn't realize he was actually fucking doing shit.
Hold on,
I
let's
thought it
see
was
how
funny
loud
as
that
fuck.
is.
What am I doing?
It's alright.
We're shutting up.
Oh.
We're shutting up.
It's like one
Okay.
bar. It's fine.
I wanted to hear how loud it was before I put it down.
It's a.
I was gonna set it down for you, but never fucking mind.
It's a,
Let me clutch it go.
In your lap.
Place it. Yeah.
I want to hear
Good job,
shit
bud.
from
Good
you,
job.
miss. I lose my fucking lighter three fucking times every 10 minutes.
Shut the fuck up.
If I'm doing a dab on the show, I'm gonna do an even bigger one.
Oh my god.
Oh, your line of dab isn't good enough
Yeah,
for you
no,
now.
my dab, my line.
Red's like, I'm gonna kill myself, so on the air.
The Russian's starting to get cozy with a blankie.
Yes, I am.
He usually gets all wrapped up and like builds a nest around himself on the porch here with some blankies, and he's just like, yes. And then he'll convince one of the dogs to come snuggle with him, and he's like,
Oh, yes.
And then he proceeds to take a nap on the porch in the middle of winter, and we're like, you're funny.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, why not?
You're like, I give 0 fucks.
Exactly.
Oh man, I still have to set up for my part of the show.
Good job.
Damn.
I'm just long for the
I am
part.
on.
Luckily for you, I could do my part next, and then we could also do our advice of the night,
Yeah.
and just do yours last, because you're a slacker.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey.
So what's this episode gonna be? Red the Slacker?
Just because you said
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Just because you said that.
There we go.
Read the slacker.
Dude, our title last
That's
week
all.
killed me.
Dude, I thought it was funny as shit.
The Russian doesn't know what it is. He can't
No.
remember.
I don't know.
Our episode last week was called Cleveland Steamers
And
and, Montana Musket Loaders.
Yeah, Montana Musket Loaders and Cleveland Steamers. That was the title.
Okay, that's lovely.
We gave some
Sounds like
sex
fun
ed
show.
101. I
Okay.
threatened to give Odd a Cleveland Steamer.
Sucks to suck,
If he,
bitches.
if he ever tried to give me a Michigan what?
Michigan,
Up.
Musket.
A what? A Montana Musket Loader.
Yeah, a Montana Musket Loader.
She
I
says
told him.
Michigan. A Montana Musket Loader. We'll go over this again because you weren't here.
Oh boy.
Is where you are having sex and you have a chew in your mouth. You take the chew out and you put it on the girl's asshole and then you fuck it into her ass. And then, yeah.
I told him, I swear to God, if he ever tries that, I will take a Cleveland Steamer on his chest and shit his chew right back out on him.
Luckily, I don't chew.
Right. Oh yeah.
And that's how that conversation went.
I was like, that's a really bad.
There.
Just bad. Choice as a whole.
Okay.
Just wouldn't be too sexy of a choice.
Oh,
would it?
No.
my phone.
Feel like dying.
So now you know.
The Russian says, yay, when I say feel like dying. Man, the nail on this fucking thing is huge. Huge.
I fucking love it though. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a really nice nectar collector, for fucking sure.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It will go to.
I don't. Go ahead and give it to the Russian. Sorry.
I gotta take the lid though.
Good God.
That's
It's on your grinder.
Don't worry, just your voice.
Okay.
I'll hit it for you.
yeah.
That's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay, there we go.
We have to wait for Red to get the next one queued up.
Dude, your reptile looks like he has a disease.
The Rartar.
Yeah.
I have a reptile tattooed on my knee.
Nice.
Side of my knee.
I did it
That's
for
nice.
him, and it needed touched up because it was definitely one where I was still learning real good. So we touched it up the other day, but we didn't like repack all the color. We just spot packed it because that's what it needed.
Okay.
So now he's got scabs all over it. They're healing over a healed tattoo, so he looks like he's got some kind of damn disease.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay.
It's hilarious.
Nice.
It's like roasting marshmallows,
Yay.
but it's a metal nail.
Oh,
And they
man.
don't catch on fire.
You know what that means?
Oh
Wait
my
a minute.
God.
It's getting nice outside. Hit your shit.
Pay attention.
Okay.
Yeah, pay
It's
attention. It's gonna get
almost
too cool.
time for our annual Freedom Fire.
Oh my God. Which is about Memorial Day.
What is that?
In May.
We need to figure that shit out here. Sure.
Alright, read.
Me?
Read.
Yay!
You missed half of it.
Fuck
Probably because you let it cool down
slacker.
too fucking much.
Yeah.
No, I'm terrible.
You want me to do it
I
or you want to do it?
mean,
so
so
Okay.
I'm gonna just get rid of what's here
That's-
and then a little bit on top to make it fresh.
To make it fresh. Alright, so
Okay.
I shall do my section. The Urban Dictionary word of the night.
My favorite.
Alright. What is a vaxhole?
A vax hole?
Vaxhole.
I think somebody who's an asshole about the vaccine.
I think it's something very similar, but I think it's more has to do with like vaccinating your kids.
Ooh.
I'm going to say it's a skull that you get from vaccines into a hole.
Okay. That's an interesting thought process. A vaxhole is one who's been fully vaccinated for the COVID vaccine or COVID virus and brags about it.
Oh, so red
I
is
was
close.
right.
Okay.
Someone that brags about having the vaccine, which I don't know why he'd brag about that, but okay.
Why not? Okay.
I don't know. I'm not big on fucking pharmaceutical bullshit. Like, I don't take medicine unless I have to. Your cigarette's gonna fall on the floor.
Like,
That's
we
bad.
vaccinated our kids for, like, their normal vaccines that they need as they're growing up, but they don't get a flu shot. We don't get a flu shot. They sure as fucking getting no COVID vaccine. Neither are we.
It's not.
Like, you want it? Have at it.
Well, here's my problem with it. They made a vaccine in less than a year for it.
Yeah,
Good
that
job.
was so awesome.
They made a vaccine in less than a year for it, but yet they've been working on vaccines for other more dangerous diseases for years and still don't have one yet.
Right, yeah.
Like 20 years, 30 years they've been working on different vaccines. Like they don't have a full-on vaccine for HIV yet. They have like something that helps, but there's no vaccine for HIV yet. And I'm like, they've been working on that since the 80s, but yet they have one for COVID in less than a year.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's been clinically trialed and everything else already. Like how the hell is that a thing?
Nope. And I'm sorry, I don't trust anything that the government says I have to have.
I'm
I'm
not
like,
a-
Better.
That worked out so well. I like slowly bring my hand up. I'm like 6 inches from my face. Mal and the Russian both jam their hands on their face. I'm like, yes! Score! And then Red's about where I was. I'm like, yes. That's when you know a game's too serious. They're just like, oh, fuck! Jam their fucking hand into the damn near their eyeball. I'm like, oh, God. Oh.
jam my finger back in your eyeball.
Legit,
we take nose goes very seriously around these parts.
legit, she was like, bam! I was like, whoa! Waiting for her just to go, like, right into her nose or on her
She
eye.
did go into her face.
I did. I definitely stabbed myself with my fingernail.
Like, I thought it was funny as fuck, though. And then, of course, the Russian, like, did it almost just as quick, and, like, I was like, oh, man. And I was literally like this close. I was like, oh man. That was way too good.
We're the yippy dumb dogs, and they're the big smart dogs.
Oh, there we go.
See,
Oh man. Alright.
don't beat me at my own game.
It was too good though. I was like, bam, you guys are like, oh shit.
I wasn't ready that time.
I know, that's why I did it.
Fucker.
I was not ready to talk to. I even forgot my train of thought.
Wait, I don't even remember what we were talking about now.
I don't
And it
know.
was Ghost
It
Game.
was something.
I don't know. Yeah, we were talking about something before that though.
Fuck. Man.
Stoners at its best, boys
Sorry,
and girls.
guys.
Oh man.
Are we really going to do this in a
Yes.
weird shape?
Yep,
God
we're
damn
gonna
it.
do a cross.
Oh, Joyce.
I love the fact you guys both have to lean in to try to reach it. And I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
It was funny as shit. Oh man.
Bunch of asshats, I'm telling you. How did I end up being the only chick on this show, by the way? We need another one.
Good question.
Because we don't really hang out with any besides Kara.
That's true. I really don't get along
And
with women
DJ
super great.
Square.
Yeah, but DJ Squared is always busy.
Yeah.
They both work too much.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to them. I'm super proud of them, but damn it. I miss their faces.
Right? But I mean, we don't hang out with girls. I mean, we could get Yetta to come hang out.
Yetta!
But the problem is like, she only shows up once in a great while. I'm like, eh.
Okay, but Yetta has to come out and do this with us, because she would be funny.
Just don't schedule her for Wednesday.
It's not even on my end of it.
No, she's got to make sure she has somebody to stay with her kids, too. She's got kids.
I know, I'm awful. I'm slacking!
Always. Always!
That's alright, I'm a
Now I don't even know where my friggin' lighter is.
It's not as bad as frickin' Mal.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, at least you can say it for me.
You're welcome.
Oh, come on. So, Red, you know what you're saying yet? That's mine. Mine.
I'm
Dying.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just,
For the strain of the night.
let me just hit random here.
Oh, good.
Pick a letter.
8.
What?
That's not a letter.
I know. The 8th letter, though.
I heard M, so.
Haha! Dude, your charger sucks. It says it's going to take 6 hours to charge my phone.
Wow.
No, dude. Mine is way faster than yours is.
It says it's going to take 6 hours. It had the charger thingy
Oh,
pop up.
shit.
It's like, hey, by the way, this charger sucks.
I mean, and plug it.
It's just because your phone sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Because it fucking just is super fast on mine. With doing the recording, it's up to 40%. It was at like 12 when I plugged it
Well,
in.
I'll fix that. Well,
I know, right? In
I'll
like
just
15 minutes.
change fucking chargers and see what makes a difference. Because it could be the orange card, too.
Oh, some bitch.
So.
Huh?
So.
So,
Figure we could talk about some Master Kush.
Master Kush.
Master Kush. I'm pretty sure I've brought it around here a few times. It looks pretty similar to.
Literally looks like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
With orange on it.
Cool.
It is an indica dominant plant with 18% THC. It's pretty easy to grow. Usually takes 8 to 9 weeks. It's harvested in October, so it's probably out and about right now in the harvest. Might be starting to run out, depending on where you're at. It has a medium yield, and it's a pretty short plant. The
I'm guessing at least probably father seed is Kush.
That's the sites.
And maybe Grandmaster Daddy.
I'm sure
For the other.
It's not telling me. Parents. Landers of Hindu Kush. That's what all it says. Landers,
Hindu Kush.
Hindu Kush.
I've never had Hindu Kush.
I don't think I have.
I've had Kush before.
It gives you a pretty big body buzz. You're relaxed, and you're kind of a couch potato. You're locked to your couch.
I mean, I feel like that's a solid thought with most weed.
Has a lemony citrus smell, so.
Yeah. It's good.
Fun.
I'm like, whose is that?
Your cigarette's burnt out.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Don't hit it no more.
By the way, my phone's charging now in 1 hour and 36 minutes instead of 6 hours.
There we
Ooh,
go.
okay.
Wow.
See, just plug and plug for him.
No, I changed chargers.
That okay.
She seems to think that her charger is better than mine, but hers sucks ass.
No, his sucks ass. Mine works fine. I don't have any problems with mine.
It's either of your phone's an Apple.
Well, mine charges my phone
No.
stupid fast,
Okay.
but hers doesn't charge my phone barely at all.
And his does the same to mine.
What's hers is hers, and what's his is his.
This time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to keep it that way. With much more than just that, but that's not how it works.
No. Definitely
I was
not.
wondering where that
Sorry,
went.
sorry.
Oh,
No, it's. I was like,
Well,
where
you were
did that
talking,
go?
so we were just waiting. You're fine.
I didn't know where it went either, so it's not your fault.
We were doing your segment.
It's okay.
So this is a different strain than what we've been smoking.
I don't know what it is.
know what it is, though.
Thank God we got something different. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I like the Jack here. It's so good. You get really good and high off of it. But,
It's starting to get to be the same note.
well, I feel like
getting
after
old.
you've smoked something for so long and just that
Yeah,
you build a
that's-
pretty strong tolerance on
Yeah,
it.
because everyone's kind of like different.
Okay.
So it's,
And I also really needed a break from the dry head you get.
Yes, I've been coughing up a lot more crap. That's been helping me talk better. So.
Better.
Better. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting I'm hoping. Hope it sounds better this week than it has last week's.
I mean, it sounds better talking to you. Like it
Yeah,
sounds,
at some points, but then when I need it, it's like, fuck you, return.
oh my
Wait,
God,
you're not.
dude.
I do distinctly remember you louder.
Oh, I was
So-
definitely louder,
Oh,
much
for
louder.
sure.
Yeah.
I was able to talk over odds, or I'd be able to be heard over odds radio when I'm talking next to him in the car.
Not me. I have to yell.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's right.
Because I'm deaf and he's deaf, and then the radio's louder. I'm like screaming at him.
Yeah, but she thinks that she's yelling right now. Okay.
I do. I feel like I'm yelling
Just to
right
keep
now.
up with us, okay? So that's...
They're tired of yelling at me that I'm too quiet.
Well, people probably want to hear you.
Of course they want to hear me. I'm fucking awesome.
And it's a pain in the dick to hear you.
Remember,
Because you whisper.
Remember,
I'm
you
the
can't
favorite.
be the favorite if you can't be heard. Mama love.
True.
Did you hit it?
No.
Well, then hit it. Fuck you doing, weirdo?
I don't know. You're
Like, she's had it forever. I'm like, what are you fucking
I tried
doing?
to hit it and it wasn't lit, so I stirred it. Shut the fuck up.
Stirred it. With what instrument did you stir it with?
My finger.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
imaginary dick.
Yeah. Sure.
I stirred it with Pete.
This fucker Pete, I'm telling you.
I can never be friends with anybody named Pete. It just can't be a thing.
You laugh too much.
My husband will kill him.
I always say because the whole, she always says for Pete's sake, I'm like, who the fuck's this Pete guy?
Oh,
You know.
Okay.
That's what she's getting at.
Or I'll say for the love of Pete, and he's like, who the fuck is Pete? I'm like, oh.
just
for
being a
fuck's sake.
smart ass.
Yeah.
And,
So this is Pete. Oh, so you're Pete.
Yeah.
You're the one that's been waiting for a beating for a minute.
Oh, man.
So, how can we,
Oh, boy.
settle this?
Oh, shit.
So if your name's Pete, I'm sorry, but I automatically just can't be your friend. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I know it's a real bummer, but it'll be okay.
Peter.
I only know like 2 Peters, and they're very bad people. So
They deserve the beating.
Yeah.
I feel like the Russian never has like any good people in his life that he always talks about. He's like,
really,
I got a pretty rough fucking set of people. I'm like, oh, okay. And he tells us like these ridiculous ass stories that I'm just like, damn, that's rough sounding.
We're like, oh, okay.
I grew up on homemade vodka from potatoes. That's why we all had friends. We called each other friends, but we weren't really friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Am I missing something here?
No, I have no clue.
Okay.
I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, he's Red's just being red. So he's...
Gotcha. Maybe I'm just way too high for all this.
I don't know.
I'm being a
Oh,
Russian
I mean, we can
stereotype.
go with that, yes.
He's talking like Russian.
And
Like-
If I had a voice, it'd be more Russian.
You know what's really weird? My eyebrows feel really heavy.
Oh, God.
and I put it so many times.
I feel
so
like
just,
maybe the last dab was a little too much for Mal.
little bit, just
Maybe.
a
I'm just saying.
And Mal's
Because
gone.
she's
So,
fucking over there crying. And fucking...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill you guys.
I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
So it's... I mean, I think he's already killed me twice. That's okay. That's normal.
I kill those that are around me. I'm sorry.
I think I'm good.
I'm just laughing at her. She's fucking dying, dude.
It's a weird feeling.
My eyebrows are so heavy.
Dude, I can feel like my eyebrows and feel this part right here, like resting on this part right here, and I'm like, it's heavy.
Like, I think I know, like, she's, like, talking about right here, you know, like, being like, I get it, but, like, oh, man.
It just feels really heavy, and I'm like,
Oh, fuck.
I kind of wish they could see facial expressions at the same time sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I would have enjoyed the motions that went with this entire conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all making faces at each other with their eyebrows being heavy.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, man. And then the Russians over there, he's just like, oh my god.
Yes, those...
different experience than just listening.
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced him and Nate, but that's about it. So it's okay.
Oh, dude, I'm like super dumb when I'm high. Like, real dumb.
And, it's kind of fun.
No, dude,
Yes.
listen. I'm dumb in real life about, like, 90% of things in this world. When I'm stoned, I'm way worse than that. It's fucking terrible. What?
I didn't say
I'm not
nothing.
playing this game. This fucker's empty.
I was waiting for it. I was like, man, she's gonna eat that bitch like hardcore because I heard it like burning down to the bottom when
Listen,
Red was hitting
I
it.
looked in
So I was
there,
like,
and it's literally just like this little of ash. I'm like, no.
I was like,
I got
if
burned
he,
the other day.
I was like, he damn near
God.
ate that because I could hear it just getting to the bottom, and I'm like waiting for it just to go, and it didn't, and I was like, okay. And he hands it over to you, and you're just like, okay, here we go. And then, like, you were like, oh, I better push that down a little bit. And you're like, oh, it's empty. And I was like, damn it. I was like, that would have been a good one. And Red knew exactly what I was thinking.
Shut the fuck up. You guys are mean. I knew something was up because you're both like staring intently at me. I'm like, what the fuck is their problem? Like, what did I do? I don't have makeup on, so it ain't running down my face. I'm like a fucking raccoon. They're just staring at me.
Rocky.
Oh my god.
The second time I've almost died.
So, it wasn't you kicking bottles today, it's you almost killing yourself in your chair.
Yeah, going backwards down the steps.
Yeah,
That'd
please
be
don't go
not
down
fun.
the steps
Yeah, no, that'd be bad.
I am in zero condition to drive you to the hospital, and I am in no mood to convince you to get in the fucking ambulance.
I'm gonna have to hold my breath really long to stop laughing, so I can drive you to the hospital.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I haven't died yet.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
God. We gotta wait till you get a life insurance policy first, for
There
fuck's
we
sake.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
You see how she is? She's like,
Money!
it's okay if you die as long as I get some money out of it. I'm like, oh, thanks.
You know I love you.
Uh-huh.
Especially if it's for $50,000.
Yeah.
50 grand? What the fuck's that gonna get you? It ain't gonna pay off my house.
Well, the house is automatically paid for if I die.
I don't know
Oh.
what life
The
insurance...
50 grand still doesn't pay, like, barely pays for a funeral anymore. You know that, right?
I know.
It's retarded.
Not really.
Stupid. P.S. Burn me in the backyard, put me in a coffee can. Okay?
You want a coffee
I got
can?
it, got it.
There's
don't
like
want-
6 of them laying around.
I'm saying you could buy, yourself a nice little...
Why?
urn
Yeah.
for yourself.
I'm literally
No.
just gonna wait for him if I die first, and then we're just getting dumped in it together. Like,
Okay.
I give zero
She's
fucks.
like, I'm fine with being coffee.
Yeah, just throw yourself into the ground.
Just,
Compost.
make sure it's labeled properly, because nobody needs
Someone's
to
gonna be
drink my
drinking
ass.
grandma. Hey, this is really weird tea. Where'd you get it at? Oh, the Folgers can. Oh, that was grandma. Oh, fuck.
Well,
Grandma's
No wonder
been
why it tastes a
strong.
little funny.
Oh my god, that'd be terrible.
They actually get a really strong coffee buzz because you drink so much coffee. And they also get high because of how much weed you smoke.
That's an interesting thing. Like, if you get cremated after dying and you are a heavy weed smoker, is it like... there's a bunch of resin when, like, you're left? Or, like...
There was always a joke among my friends that we would smoke each other's lungs if we died.
That's
Because of
gross.
how much resin there would probably be in our lungs.
That's insane.
damn.
You don't want to smoke mine. Mine's mixed with tar.
Not
I'm
bad.
pretty sure all of our lungs are at that point mixed with tar.
Not me.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't smoke anything that has anything to do with this kind of stuff.
I just smoke weed.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
It's almost been a year since I last had a cigarette.
Yeah, I've never smoked cigarettes. I've tried it. It's just I don't like it.
Nobody likes their first one.
Then why do you smoke another one if you don't like it?
Well, my reasoning was because my uncle was drunk and angry. Okay, and he was like, "Smoke some cigarettes with me," and I'm like, "No, I don't smoke." And that was probably not a good answer. So I definitely just smoked some cigarettes.
Okay, probably best.
That's how that one started.
That was smart.
I went off the complete deep end when I had my first cigarette. Like, I was in a really bad place, and it was something that just kept me from just saying fuck it all. So it was just...
I was in high school. My uncle was just very angry, drunk, and I was by myself. So,
It was a year before my dad died. So
yeah.
it was a really rough year for me.
I mean, there's a whole lot worse things I guess you could pick than cigarettes.
Yeah.
Heroin being one.
Yeah, that'd be.
Meth, heroin,
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
None of that's any good.
No, none of that is.
Don't touch it.
I'd say some shrooms would be fun though.
Shrooms are fun.
I'm really afraid of them.
Why?
I'm really afraid of seeing things that aren't there, and it bothers the fuck out of me.
But you want to drink absinthe.
Only
Yeah.
to say that
Yeah.
I have, okay? Like, we have to get it and lock us in a room. Okay, that's how that's gonna happen.
Like she legit wants actual
I
absinthe
just want to try
from
it one
like
time.
Amsterdam.
Like, who the fuck
Yeah.
wouldn't want to try that?
Exactly. Awesome.
Like, we're gonna lock ourselves in a goddamn room and drink
I
it.
want to
tastes like
drink it.
it tastes like black licorice though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll deal with it. I've eaten black.
Yeah.
I like black
So
licorice.
gross.
I don't like it, but I've eaten it.
Ah,
I'll tolerate it.
I
fucking
won't.
gross.
I won't like Oh my god, black licorice. But I'll eat black licorice every now and again. So.
I don't eat it unless I feel it's obligated, and by obligated I mean I'm too nice of a person to say no.
It also goes with our advice of the night from last week of not eating rank ass shit.
Oh, it's just so gross. Like, I don't like Jägermeister. I don't like Sambuca.
Me and Jaeger ain't friends. I vowed one day I'll never touch it again.
Well, guess what? Absinthe tastes just like it.
That's fine,
Yeah.
except you're not going to let me get naked in a bar after
No,
drinking it.
no.
That's the difference. I don't drink it.
Well, that was just a bad life choice.
No, it was a bad life choice, but I asked permission first, and the dude I was with told me, yeah, go for it.
Well, and he's just a dumbass.
He was a dick. Needless to say, that wouldn't be a thing. You'd be like, fuck's wrong with you? Let's go home. You've had enough.
You straight wouldn't do it either. Anyways, you don't have the balls for that.
Not anymore, I don't. This was like pre-children.
Yeah, I know.
Like, no. Nope.
Oh, was it high school times, was
Mhm.
it? Because that's about what you were going to say.
I almost did, but I was like, no, I was wrong. It was my 20th birthday. The bar thought it was my 21st. It didn't make me prove it.
Okay.
Fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got free shots of Jaeger all night. It
Cool.
was a bad night. We were at some fucking hillbilly bar in the back of some building that you had to walk through somebody's yard to get to.
Oh.
Like, I shit you not.
That sounds like a bar.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody's
I
home
woke
fun.
up the next morning covered literally from my head to my toes in every place you can imagine with signatures. I'm like, what happened? And he filled me in. I'm like, I know when I'm that trashed, I ask permission to do things. Whoever I came with is in charge of telling me, no, don't do stupid shit. I'm like, did I ask you permission? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, and you let this happen? He's like, it was funny as fuck. I'm like, I was pissed. And it was all in Sharpie. It wasn't even washable marker. It was all in Sharpie.
Oh my god.
Never drank
I'm
it
sure
again.
there's some nude photos of her from that night at the bar.
Oh, I'm sure there
On
is.
some
I don't know where
phone
they are.
somewhere.
I've never seen them. But I'll guarantee there is.
Oh my god.
On their fucking flip phone, because that's, we had razors and shit back
That's
then.
how-
At least it's poor quality. And I do not look like I did 10 years ago. So, it's okay.
There's gotta be some somewhere.
Are you going to be on a manhunt now for it?
No.
Okay.
Gonna look for that 2007 flip phone, 2005. It's like,
That's 20 years ago, Goober. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Almost. Maybe.
2005 was 15 years ago.
Thank you.
So you've been 16.
I was not 16. I was 20.
So it would have
I
been like
don't.
It was literally 10
2010.
years ago.
Yeah, 2010, 2011.
Yeah, but I would say the phone model, not you.
Okay. Well,
Could have been somebody, because those phones back then, they actually lasted longer than a year. You
that's
could
true.
have a phone for 5 years.
I don't know. I guess the guy messaged me a few years later. Okay, because I obviously was done with that situation. So he messaged me a few years later, asked if I wanted to go back. I was like, no, I'm good. Solid on that.
Yeah.
He's like, they've been asking for a hot minute when you're coming back. I'm like, I'm not, ever.
I wonder why.
Shut the fuck up.
That's the best time they've had in a while.
Oh. Bad life choices, guys. Learn from my mistakes. Don't fucking do it.
You gotta be able to trust who you go with places, though.
I was dating the dude. I thought we were solid. Definitely not.
Yeah, but you don't have a very good choice in shit, usually.
No, I don't. Usually I have terrible taste in men. Terrible, hence 3 marriages. This
Oof.
one. Yeah.
Oof.
This
So-
one, though. This one's a good one. He's gonna keep me.
So, what's the advice tonight, Red?
Oh, I thought that was going to be the advice of the night.
You said you had advice of the night.
I know I
I'm
do
pretty
have
sure I just
advice
went
of
off
the
on a
night.
stoner rant is all that happened. I'm sorry, guys.
A wee bit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, that's also really good advice.
Okay.
Make sure you trust the people around you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, was kind of like how
Especially when you get fucked up.
the hippie, it was like, well, like for when the hippie smoked weed the first time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
She
was
smoked
nervous.
weed out here with us for the
She
first
did.
time.
She didn't want to try it just anywhere because one, she didn't know where it was coming from. She didn't know she could trust people that she could get it from.
Mm-hmm.
And two, she wanted to make sure she was somewhere safe because she wasn't sure how it would affect her. So she came here and smoked with us for the first time so that she could feel safe. And then she just stayed here. And that's...
So, I mean, let's be honest.
That's
There
her
ain't
game
nobody
plan
here that's gonna
this
fuck
weekend.
with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
There would we don't have anybody
No.
that hangs around that would be an issue.
No, she knows that if she's here, she's safe.
But yeah, like I got ripped with
Measured
us
Yeah.
for her first time
First
ever.
time, you always get really good.
It's funny. It took me like 7 times to ever get ripped.
Really.
I don't think I was inhaling correctly because I've never smoked a cigarette or anything,
Yeah,
so
right.
I
That
don't know
makes
how to
sense.
inhale
Oh, yeah.
correctly. But like in time, I actually have learned to just smoke weed the way you're supposed to, and I didn't even know that's how you were supposed to. I just was like, I feel like this is the smart thing to do, and then
It took me a while to learn from not just holding it in your mouth to actually take it into your lungs.
right, like I said, it was like probably my 6th or 7th time when I first got high, and I was like, I just don't think weed works for me. I'm like, there's some people that it doesn't, and I was like, maybe it doesn't, and then like I figured out how to inhale, and I was like, oh,
There we go.
like
Okay.
it worked.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
different story. Like, you were like, oh.
So the first time I smoked weed was in a big room, well, my living room of my efficiency apartment with like 20 people, and they literally coached me through it because I knew it was the first time I'd ever smoked weed. So they definitely taught me what I was supposed to do with inhaling with it and stuff. But I smoked cigarettes already, so that made it like 10 times easier.
Yeah, until you fucking take your first hit and you fucking
Oh,
it just
yeah.
like a cigarette and fucking die off of it.
The first time I hit it, I coughed into the pipe and poof, confetti.
Yeah. That usually happens
That's a
to lot
bummer.
of people.
Yeah.
Like that's a bummer. That's a whole wasted bowl, whatever's
Yeah.
left of there.
Apparently, it's a normal thing that happens sometimes because
It is
everybody just
normal.
laughed. Nobody was mad.
Well, because you fucking smoked cigarettes, so you took a fuck of a hit probably and
I
then
did.
died.
It's
did.
also the same if somebody coughs into a bong for the first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I've never even gotten close to doing that.
Oh yeah.
People actually do that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. It's
I've
awful.
done that too. Gravity bong.
Oh, that'd be even. Oh, that'd be so bad.
so-
All that water come up and hit
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
and make a fuck of a mess on
The
your
first time I
face.
hit his grab bog, I got a mouthful of water.
Yeah.
I always
Homemade
tell
one.
them you gotta suck lightly. They don't.
I don't know
understand.
how.
They don't understand how to suck lightly. I'm
I
like,
don't.
Side note, that has easily become one of my favorite pieces.
Oh,
of
God.
my house.
I'm
Be,
sure.
besides, like trying to. Oh God. The other day was so fucking bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Me and Red are at his apartment, and he's like, "You want to hit the grab?" I'm like, "I guess." So we like got a fucking burner each. Like they were completely solid white, the entire fucking thing.
Yeah, they were really
So
burnt.
I mean, these are like the worst hits
after-
you've ever seen ever.
After both of us, the entire thing was killed. It was that much burn out of both.
And it
of
was
us.
this weed that we have right now, so it was like really aggressive. And fucking like my mouth just kept getting super watery, and I'm like, oh God. And I would like swallow it as fast as I could, and then Red's in the kitchen puking, and I'm like, oh God. I was like, because I had the feeling I was gonna puke. I'm like, oh fuck. I just kept swallowing it as fast as I could, and I'm like, this isn't working. So I literally ran down his fucking steps of death and puked in the yard. I was like, he's going to appreciate that way more than in the bathroom or anything like that. So I literally like ran down his steps of death, just hoping to God they didn't collapse on me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd be so.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're
He's
not.
actually
Oh,
old
God.
enough where it probably doesn't affect him.
No, like, oh man. Fucking, I was going up the other day and Red's like right on my ass. I'm like, get the fuck back. I'm like, He ain't gonna be able to support us together. Fuck this shit. Like, you get sketched the fuck out every time he steps and I step. It's like creaky. You're like, oh god.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fall and die.
Out, so it's...
Dude, I'm not looking forward to when you move out of there because moving your shit out of that place is gonna fucking suck.
I can't imagine moving the shit in there. Like, out, you can just fucking let it go and fly down the fucking stairs of death.
Yeah,
I just do it.
Just
fucking-
bring it that
I just
way.
do it though.
Is that how you moved all my shit?
No.
No, it isn't. You want to know
Look at
how
the
I know
grin on
that?
his face.
Because John Boy helped me carry all of it down the stairs the day before. I see. I felt Robinson. I see that look on your face. Did you bring my shit down the stairs?
No.
Why?
It's all in one piece.
It's all in one piece.
well, that's plus.
It's all fine.
Don't bring my shit down the stairs.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. No, we don't have any stairs.
Exactly.
I mean, I do the same thing every time I move anything.
Just fucking toss it.
No, if that's how you're gonna do it,
If it's not going to
first of all,
break.
you have to do it carefully like this. You take a mattress and you lay it on the stairs.
Oh, no.
And then you put another mattress on top of it, and then
no.
you slide the boxes and furniture. Okay, that's how I moved an entire house.
Let me tell you, if it's not breakable, bye.
Do you have any idea how much of my shit is breakable?
Do you know how many bags of clothes I've had to move in my life, and people are like, "Oh, carry it down the stairs." Fuck that!
Exactly. Just fucking
When
toss that
we
shit.
moved
Clothes don't
here,
break, so.
when we moved here, I donated 16 bags of clothes that were mine alone, and I moved
Let me
in
tell
here
you.
with 16 more.
You want me to tell you something? All 16 of the... Oh, well, you had 16 and 16. So all 32 of those bags would have been thrown down the stairs.
Clothes is one thing. Clothes is one thing. Like, I don't mind clothes, because I pack mine in garbage bags. Like, I don't pack them in boxes. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But, so clothes I don't mind.
Now, if it's a box, I'm not going to throw an entire box. Like dressers, fuck that. I'm not carrying them down the goddamn
That's why you
stairs.
slide them down the mattress, you dummy.
No, fuck that.
You have somebody at the bottom catching.
Fuck that.
You want to be the catcher on that, do you, Red?
No.
You don't want to be the catcher on that?
Fuck that.
Oh, God.
That just sounds like a big fat fucking no.
My dad left me and my stepbrother and my sister and my brother in charge of moving all our bedroom furniture from the upstairs to the downstairs, and that's how we did it. Mattresses on the stairs, and we just had one person position, two people catch.
Oh, yeah?
It was the most efficient
Fuck
move ever.
that.
What a way to die.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, man. Well, it's getting to be about that time.
About that time, I might.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked their ear off today.
A bit. It was definitely chatty.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's why they listen.
I
mean,
was trying
that-
to listen too, so I'm kind of just on
That's
this.
the point of the podcast.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
Cut it up.
Catch you later. All right. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube and whatever you're on, Spotify. Yeah.
Wherever the hell you are.
We don't
Just
know.
because
Yeah.
as much as we could get out there, the better it is for us, you know. And I mean, obviously, it shows that you guys like it, and we appreciate seeing that you guys like it. So
Yes,
we would
it makes
just
us
love
smile. It really does.
Yeah,
Love to see that
love
sub.
Seeing everything, you know, we're gonna get everything here rolling here soon.
So on that set, I also want to say that we have our episode comes out every Friday night. Usually, hopefully, we like to get out about 4:20. Depending on work schedules, it doesn't always work out that way.
But we try.
But so you can hear the Ganja People every Friday night after 4:30-ish, somewhere in the afternoon, evening time,
Yep.
every single week.
All right.
On that note, we're just going to say we're out. So just remember, don't let your meatloaf.
Keep it creative.
Keep it dank, Ganja Gang.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.